Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do a very quick mommy makeup routine today. If you don't know, I have a 4.5-month-old, and I used to do like this full glam makeup routine every single day. And honestly, I was probably wearing a little too much makeup. But now, since I've had my little one, I have had to kind of tone it down a little bit just because I don't have time to do full glam every single day. So I do get my eyelashes done, eyelash extensions. I actually need to get them redone. I'm getting them done tomorrow for a fill. So I get the hybrid. They're half like regular classic eyelash extensions and the volume extensions together in one. So they do like one regular, one volume, one regular, one volume, and kind of integrate them that way. And I like them. Before I got the classic lashes, and they were nice, but I don't know, I get them very short, like the shortest I can get them, just so they look more natural. I wear glasses at night, like when it's time for bed I take out my contacts and I wear my glasses like in the evening, I guess. And I found that like the longer lashes kind of pushed up against my glasses and gave me kind of a colic, and they would kind of mess them up. So I get them super short. I think they look more natural that way. And I like them like that. So I get them super short. When I had the classic lashes, because they were shorter and, you know, I already have very, I don't know, scarce lashes. Like, they're not super scarce, but to me, they're not full in any way. And I think the volume ones were a little bit too full. So the hybrid was a great solution. It was a little bit more than the classic lashes and not too much. Like, it didn't look too much and too fake like the if I were to do full volume lashes. So I'm just gonna actually brush my lashes and make sure they're doing okay. This side is actually doing so much better than the other side. Honestly, when I first got these done 2 weeks ago, like when I got my fill, it had been a while. It had been like 3 weeks before I filled them, and I was used to them being uncomfortable just because they were growing out a lot. And I would like kind of go like do one of these and they would come out because they kind of pinch a little bit when they're ready to like come off. So when I actually had just gotten them done, I felt a tiny little pinch, and I thought like that's what it was. And I was so used to doing that like the whole last week that I had the last set on for. So I did that right here, and I actually took off all these lashes and didn't even like realize I was doing it until obviously after. So ever since the first day I had them on, they've been like super scarce right there. And you know, obviously the other side is not that bad. So it kind of sucks. I would have waited another 3 weeks to get them done again if I hadn't done that. So yeah. So anyways, let's get into it. I have these lashes, so I'm not going to actually add falsies. I normally wouldn't anyways. That's why I get the lash extensions done, because I'm not good at the false lashes in any way, shape, or form. I tried to do like the single false ones because I'm just not good at like getting the strip on there perfect and getting the sides to stick and the glue, and not good. So I did do the single ones, and that was a little bit easier, but honestly it just takes too long for me, especially now that I have a baby, and I really need to just get the extensions done because it's just so much easier for me that way. And I feel like it looks more natural. So all right, let's get into it. Okay, so I always put my hair back into one of these just because it doesn't obviously crease my hair, and I always like to have my hair off my face. I never understand how people do makeup when they have like their hair down, because you have to get like around here and then it gets in your hair. I still already get it in my hair when I have my hair up, so I just always take it off my face. So especially in the summer, but normally I like to do something with an SPF on my face. So this is the Aveeno Positively Radiant Sheer Daily Moisturizer with SPF 30. So I feel like around this area my skin gets super dry, and then when I put makeup on, it kind of, you know, cakes, and if it's powder, it doesn't look right. So I always like to put a moisturizer on. I don't always put a primer on. I kind of consider my moisturizer my primer on days that I don't need it. You know, it doesn't really matter if it lasts or not. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so not really worried about my makeup wearing off. I can just redo it or not, you know. So I'm gonna put this on first. Okay, so I have my moisturizer on. Next I am going to do my actual foundation. So if I'm doing just like an everyday stay-at-home mom, I might go out, I might not. If I do, it's to Target, like who cares. So those days I just do normally a mix of 2 different foundations. So this is the e.l.f. BB cream. So that's the e.l.f. and this is in the shade, I think it's medium nude, in the shade nude. This is actually a little darker than my normal skin tone, especially because I find that my face is a little lighter than the rest of my body sometimes for whatever reason. So this is a little darker, so I do mix it with NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil. So I'll use this one and this one. You can see this one's darker and a little bit more peachy, where this one's closer to my normal skin tone, and like the olive-y kind of, I guess, neutral undertone. And it's a little bit lighter, but it's not as coverage, you know, not full coveragey. So I kind of just mix the 2 together. So that's what we're gonna do. And the way I do that is I take a regular beauty blender. I put it on the bigger side, the bottom side, and I will just, you only need a tiny bit with this stuff. The e.l.f. is awesome. The e.l.f. BB cream is super pigmented and super thick. So I do a little bit of that, and then a little bit of the NYX, and I just put it right on top of the BB cream. So kind of like that. So then it kind of like mixes itself as I put it on my face. All right, here we go. And so I'm just gonna kind of first pat it on to all the areas of my face. So boop, 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 boop. And then kind of start patting. Sometimes I'll just, you know, because no matter how little I put on, it always feels like so much. I'll do that to kind of just get it all over. I just wanted to get it all on with the beauty blender. For me, going around like this, especially with these products, they just don't adhere to the skin as well. I feel like when you're doing that, they kind of slide around. So I use a dense powder brush, actually, just because I used this one day, just because that's all I had, and it actually worked out really well. I used to use another one that was like kind of, wasn't as dense, but I think it was more for a liquid foundation, and it just didn't work for me. So this has been working. I kind of just, you know, do one of these, and it actually works out really well. So All right, now we're gonna move on to the concealer, especially like under eyes. See, around my nose, I feel like I get super cakey, obviously. Oh. All right, under eyes. I actually, so for my everyday mom makeup, I just use this Photo Focus concealer corrector. Oh, concealer. In Light Honey. And this is Wet n Wild. So it actually works really well. So here right out, it comes out like this. So I have super dark under my eyes. Like I feel like it's like, especially when I was pregnant, I had the darkest circle. It was like all around my eye. And it sucked because unless I had pounds of makeup on around it, I really couldn't cover them. But luckily, after I gave birth, that went away, and it's just like my normal dark circles now, which are not great, but better, way better than they were if I weren't wearing makeup before. So I'll keep that kind of right there, just so that I can add my bronzer. I don't do this every day, but it does make my nose, I hate my nose, and it makes it a little bit better. So what I do, I just take this Maybelline Fit Me, and this is actually like, it has like a lighter concealer in the middle. I don't get it because you can't really. And then I have like the darker concealer around it, which is what I use. So I find it easier with, like, to do the nose, especially with something like this, like a stick. I just do that on the side. So I have this bump on this side. You can't see it from this side, which is why this is my good side. But on this side, you can see it. See? So if I get the bronzer, like, on the bump, like right there, it won't conceal the bump, which is crazy. It makes it kind of, it looks weird. So I have to get it super close to the inside of my nose, or to the middle of my nose, for it to, and this has always been a work in progress, contouring my nose. So if you have better tips, leave them in the comments below, because I am not good at it. Oh, so I'm also going to put a little bit up here just because I have it out. And then we'll do a little bit over here. Boop. Boop. Okay. And then that's really all I do. Sometimes I'll do down here, so I'll do it just for the hell of it. I mean, very, very small amount, because this a little amount goes a long way. So the way I blend that, I use this e.l.f. It's 104, e.l.f. 104, and it's kind of like this dense, I don't know, oval thing, brush. feel like it's still super high. So like sometimes this works and sometimes it doesn't with this brush. It works for certain areas. So I use this. I used to use this for my nose because it has, I saw a tutorial on YouTube about this like kind of square thing. So you kind of, the idea is just to pat, pat, pat. Doesn't really work for me there, but I use it for any bronzer that needs to be blended like that. Okay, so for the nose, this is where this brush really helps. So get in right there and just kind of even if you get super close together or make mistakes, it's really not a big deal because you just add the more concealer. Again, not the best at this. If you have any tips, please, by all means. And this is, again, everyday, quick, stay-at-home mom. Doesn't need to be perfect, like an easy, fast thing. So I'm gonna just put more right there. Actually gonna put more right here and right here. Better. All right. I also want to bring in some of this. I don't like how it gets red here. I do like kind of that kind of thing. See, I don't know if that looks good or not, but I kind of just keep doing it. And if I do get it on this bump, I just add a little bit of concealer or use leftover concealer and just kind of, you know, pat that up. I don't know. I'm just not good. Some days it's good and some days it's just not. So today's going to be a day where it's not. All right. So now that we have our concealer on, we're going to go to our powder. So I find that if I don't like set my makeup, I never used to when I switched over from powder foundation to liquid. I used to use Bare Mineral, and then I just realized that that didn't give me full coverage. As I got older, I mean, I used Bare Minerals in like high school. So as I got older, it just needed more than Bare Minerals could really give. It's kind of just, I don't know. I use it when I'm just running out and I really need to just put something on just to have kind of a tint. But it's really not for like even medium coverage. It's very, very light coverage. So next, so we're going to go to the powder to set it, because if you touch your face, I've noticed that I kind of, you know, it'll get on your hands and stuff and gets on my baby, and I don't want that. So the first one I use, so I use two. The first one I use is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. So I kind of just like tilt it and then do one of these. This is in the shade medium, by the way. I don't know if you can see that, but so it'll kind of come out on the top. And then I take like a looser powder brush. This is Face Secrets. And I don't know, it's just kind of like a loose powder. So I kind of just swish it around. That seems like a lot, but you just kind of... And then I'll put it on like kind of all over my face, but not around the eye areas. But I do run it up and down my nose to kind of blend all that. Okay, but sometimes I go over it and it's fine. You can fix it. All right. So then I'll go in and use this amazing stuff. It's Flawless Finish Dual Powder. This is step 2. So I don't have step 1. I got this as like a sample from Ipsy, and it is amazing. I hope I never run out of it. You can even use it as a concealer without anything under it, like without a liquid concealer under it, because it's just so pigmented. It stays on. It's just amazing. I love it. Okay, so this actually broke, so I have like, this is the top, and then this is what it looks like. So I take this brush, which I love. I love the rose gold brushes. So this is a 35E Farah, F-A-R-A-H, and I just love these brushes. My blush brush is also one of these. Okay, so I'll just kind of pat it, because you don't even need a lot, and I try to conserve it, and then pat it down, and then I'll go under my eyes first. And this also kind of blends out the concealer and kind of like makes it look smoother and just better. You know, if you get creases, it kind of smooths all that out, and you don't need a lot. And if you miss some places with the liquid concealer, you can make it up with this. I realize I don't have the best lighting in here, which sucks. I'm still trying to find somewhere to do my makeup. I'm actually in a closet right now. It's a really big linen closet, and it has all these shelves and drawers built in. But it's just the lighting, because the camera is set up like under a shelf, like it's in a shelf, and there's a shelf above it. So it's, and the light's right here. So it's just not the best, but we're gonna work with what we have. And you know, it works. It works. We're not doing full glam. You don't need to, like, you know, it's fine. But let me know, guys, if you want me to do a full glam video, because I definitely will. I love full glam. Not gonna say that I'm like amazing at it, but I get compliments on my makeup all the time, and I'm like, really? Thanks. So I don't think I'm the best, but people compliment, whatever. All right, so this is the fun part. This is my favorite part, the powder product. So this is the palette I use for like just kind of brighten everything up. Okay, so this is Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette, and this I think is like the medium. There's like a fair, a medium, and then like a darker skin. I got this through Ipsy when I was paying for the full size Ipsy packages, or you know, boxes, and so they gave me this, and I am obsessed. I probably, with my skin tone, especially in the summer, when you kind of want to use this palette, because it's like a glowy summery glow palette, even though I use it most all year, but I probably could have used the darker one, because sometimes I find it hard to see it as much as I would like to on my skin. So, but you guys tell me what you think. I still love it. So, I mean, and you could use it for anything. Okay, so this is the palette, my favorite, the blush. It's called Flush Zanzibar. I love it. It's amazing. But like I said, for my skin tone, it's not super pigmented. Like, you can't see it as much as I'd like. So what I do is I use another one that's more pigmented and still has a little shimmer to it, and it's just like a little darker, I guess, and you can see it a little more. So it's Manna Kadar Beauty. It's got its own shimmer. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm obsessed. I love it. And I burned myself on the curling iron, if you're wondering what that is. Okay, so I use this brush. Okay, I thought this was the rose gold Farah, but this is actually Chic, Chique, and a blush brush. There's no number, it's just blush. And I love this. I love this. I love blush. I never used blush before, ever. And not lately, I mean, the last few years, I've used it and I just love it. It just gives you such a glow. Sometimes I just put on foundation and blush, and that's it. We're going a little bit more into depth today, but so anyways, because when I start, I just can't stop. But so this is the blush that's more pigmented, and then we're going to use the other one. So first, I do this just a little bit, just to get it, you know, on there, just a touch, and then before putting it on my face, I'll put it into the Huda Beauty Flush Zanzibar, sorry. Okay, and then kind of get a lot on there. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So smile, put on the apples of your cheeks, and I actually bring it this way along my bronzer, and it pulls it out a little bit. So just kind of pat it, and you get that nice shimmer. And then I'll add more of this and pull it this way. So with when I do like not a big full glam thing, I do a lot of blush and I don't really do a lot of bronzer. And then I'll get a little bit more. I'll even add a little bit more of the other, and then more of this, and I'll put on my nose too, which I love. I even put a little on my chin just to give you that like rosy look, you know. Oh, I love it, love it. And because of the shimmer in this Huda Zanzibar, I don't even really need highlighter, but we'll add it just for the sake of adding it, because I do love makeup. All right, so I used to use one like this, but it was a lot bigger. I started using this smaller brush that I got again with Ipsy. They kind of just send you whatever, and I love everything they send me. So this is Slimmest Glam SS57 blender. Sometimes I'll put it in the corners, you know, just a little shimmer. I love shimmer. See, it's just a little bit when you put it in there. Then we're gonna go to the eyes. So I will do a little bit of eyeshadow just to show you like a super, super easy, quick eyeshadow that actually makes your eyes pop and they look great. So this is in the palm of your hand, also from Ipsy. Greatest Hits Volume 2, the Balm Cosmetics, and it's actually like a old, I guess, album covers maybe? I guess. I don't know. Or comics. Who knows? Okay, so you open it up. This is what it looks like. It has a little mirror, which I love. And then you have these up here. Actually, these four are eyeshadows. And then this is a highlighter right here, and then you have you have a bronzer, and then these are blushes. So I don't really use the blushes that much. Sometimes I do. I've used Frat Boy a little bit. But any blush I use, I blend with the Huda blush because I'm obsessed. It just needs a little bit more pigment. So I'll blend it with something like this or the one I use today, and then put it on that way. All right, so we're actually going to use Matte Russo Meet Matte Adore Shadow. Okay, it's kind of like a mauve-y, but not super mauve-y. All right, so we're gonna use two brushes. So I put it on with this eyeshadow brush, also guess where? From Ipsy. And this is eyeshadow brush N15 from Slimmest Glam, the same place as we used for the highlighter brush. So it's a eyeshadow brush. You can see it's like the one where you actually put the eyeshadow on. Okay, so I'll get a little bit of this, kind of get my brush all up in there, tap it, and then I just press it on and pat. And don't worry about where you get it, like where you put it, because you're gonna like blend it later. Okay, then the other eye. You never want to like go like this, you know, with these brushes, because it'll just come on, it'll look weird, it'll look like clumpy kind of. And then what I do, I get like the very tip of the brush, I'll put it in here, okay, and then I'll go underneath, just to give you something down there, because eyeliner on your waterline, like we used to do, like on this right here, like black eyeliner, that actually makes your eyes look smaller, and this will widen your eyes. So, fun fact. Right under your lashes, and then just to the corner there. Okay, so we got the eyeliner or the eyeshadow on. So then I take this Farrah brush, and this is Farrah 3 Mini Tapered Blending. So it's it actually came in a set of all these different blending brushes. It's the super small one. So I'm actually not going to put anything on it. I just take it and kind of just blend it out. See, that's a little close to my tiered line, or my, the front of my eye, which I don't like. My nose, I mean. This you can drag across the skin because that's how you're going to blend it. I don't blend out the bottom. See, I feel like I don't have enough on that part. So go back, get a little bit more on there. I don't know if that's the lighting or... Okay. And then blend, blend, blend. You can bring it up. See, this is how I use one eyeliner or eyeshadow and still do like the crease thing. Because I can never do like the two different colors, like the lighter on the eyelid and then the darker in the crease, because it just does not work for me. I can't get the shape of it right. It goes all over when I blend it. Like it goes all over my eye. I'm just not good at it. So I can do one eyeshadow color, and then I use these two brushes to kind of make it look like I know what I'm doing. On a day like today, stay-at-home mom day, I don't normally use eyeliner. I just don't feel the need, especially if I'm gonna be home. That's why I like to do like around my eyes, and the eyeshadow kind of gives it more color. So I'm gonna leave it there. Also for my eyebrows, I don't feel like I need anything today. I have struggled with my eyebrows lately. Like I can't find the right color for them. Some are too much, some are too, I don't know. I've almost given up at this point. I need to find something that I really, really like. So I can see how this is kind of light over here. normally, I mean, I have pretty good eyebrows. So I'll just like, so this color I feel like is too light for me, but whatever. Sometimes it looks good. So I'll just kind of, it's just like a creamy pencil. It's Professional Eyebrow Pencil in the shade, it's Rimmel London, in the shade 001 Dark Brown. But I feel like it's, I mean, you can barely see it. I feel like it's a little lighter. But I've tried black, see? I've tried black, that's too dark. So, I mean, and then it depends on the brand, like what their colors actually are. I'm just not good at this, I'm sorry. Up like that. My sister will go in like with the concealer and like make them perfect. I just don't have the patience or the time. I don't like it. No, I don't. So, I mean, I think that looks fine. It's a stay-at-home mom day. Let's all remember this. All right. So, I noticed that I tend to get makeup like on my eyelashes, so they like kind of look weird. So, I will brush them out, and I'll actually add some mascara, just a little bit to the like tips, because I feel like this is enough. Like these lashes are enough. I don't need like, sometimes I feel like I need more, like an eyeliner or darker shadow, but very rarely, unless I'm going out. And by out I mean to a family party, because that's the only place I go. And lately we haven't even been doing that. So if I don't have lashes on, or if my lashes are super scarce, like I need them to be filled and it's been like 3 weeks, I will do one of these. What is this? So it's called Liquid Lash Extensions from Thrive. And it has like the fibers that make them longer, but this actually works. They're not gross. They don't get all, I mean, they do, but not terribly like other ones will. It's like super heavy and like almost feels like metal. But I mean, this stuff is amazing. Sometimes I'll use it on the bottom if I need it, or the top, like the very tips, just to kind of make them a little fuller and longer. But today I'm going to use 2 different mascaras. Okay, so I'm gonna use Buxom for the top. This is just Buxom Lash Mascara in the Blackest Black. And then I'm gonna use Lash Alert Mascara, Wake Up and Go, Ico London. So this one actually I like because, like, especially for my bottoms, because it's, here I'll show you, it's like curved, so it's easier. So I always take off the tip, you know, like I wipe off the tip when it comes out. It's got that gum, you know, the mascara all over it, so I always wipe that off, because I'll get it like all over the place if I don't. Okay, so I'll take it like this, and I kind of very carefully, I only put a little bit on, I don't go crazy on the bottom. I don't need that much. So the bottom's done. Then we're gonna do the Buxom on top, and I like this one because it's a very light mascara. Like, it doesn't clump at all. It's very, goes on smooth. It's almost like a gel. So I just kind of, I don't get my actual lashes. I just get the extensions at the top. But let's try this outside. See how it works. I am gonna go in the corner here because I'm missing the extensions on this side. Okay, lipstick. Alright, so I have this whole thing of lipstick. I love lipstick. These are all my lipsticks, and I also still have some in my purses, so this isn't even all of them. But I love lipstick. So I'm super happy it's fall because I can use my absolute favorite lipstick and not look crazy. I always put on lipstick because, okay, my lips are shaped funny. I did get lip injections once and I got pregnant after, so I couldn't get them done again, but they lasted a year. And when I got pregnant, my lips blew up. Not blew up, but they looked good. They looked fuller than when I even had my injections in. So I didn't really need to get them. But now they've definitely worn off. It's been like a year and a half since I've gotten them done. And they actually are not as bad as they used to be, like before I got the injection. So they're actually fuller naturally now than before I ever got injections. So that'll happen. So I'm hoping after the next time I get them done, which I'm hoping is soon, I get them done in Canada because it's cheaper and the border's obviously closed right now, so I haven't been able to get them done. I'm also still breastfeeding, and even though my lactation consultant said that it's okay to get the ones I was going to get, I probably will wait just to be safe. So this, my favorite. This is nude sticks. Nude sticks are my absolute favorite lip crayons. They're crayons. So you can use them as like blush and eyeshadow. I don't do that. I just use them for lips. Okay. So they come in like a crayon, you know, so it's a liner and a lip stain in one, or lip cream, really, in one. And I have to always have a liner because the shape of my lips, like they corrected it a little bit when I had the injections, but see how like this is down and this is like, you know, they're like crooked. So I kind of correct it with a liner. And this isn't like those super thin liners where it looks like you've lined your lips, you know, and it's like that pencil, like, hate that look. So these are nice because it's 2-in-1. The liner is thicker and easier and all that good stuff. So, and they're super pigmented. They're super creamy. You don't feel dry lips. This is actually matte, but it goes on super, super smooth, like amazing. So this one is Purity. And I mean, they have tons of color, and now they have like eyeshadows and stuff, but I just love their lips. Love their lip line. Okay. So that's what it looks like. All right. Oh, my lips are so dry, so I don't know if it's gonna look good, but whatever. I feel like after I do makeup, I always get like stuff all over my lips, like makeup, so I have to put on a lip color. This is the only lipstick that I feel like my lips look good in. I never wore lipstick actually until it was my mom's wedding, her second wedding, and I came across this lipstick, and it was Nude Stick. I don't know where I found it. It was like in my makeup bag, and I never saw it before, and I never wore lipstick before, so I don't know where it came from, but it was Nude Stick's Mystic, which is an awesome color, and I wore it and I loved it. It made my lips look bigger, and I just loved it. So ever since then, I've been wearing lipstick and I've been obsessed. Okay, look at that. It's a perfect like nude plum color because like nude colors, like tan, I guess, don't look good on me. Their Mystic looks good on me, but my skin tone it just washes out. It just doesn't look good. Okay. All right, so this is the finished look. Let me know what you think.